gotta say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move. Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. This is not a game, this is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when
there's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Rivers. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Walker now on 1st and 10. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets him to the 9-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Uses the stiff arm. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Okay, ready.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Hey, 626. Get 300.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. And again, it's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Rivers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Up the middle, here's Walker. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. Catch is made by Metcalf. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
On the set.
work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 25 yards that time.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Walker once more. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rivers. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Rivers to throw it. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run, Walker. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On play action, Rodgers. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. From 21 yards away. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Rodgers will throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime. They sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, it's Walker.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run again with Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
3rd and long for Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. Got it. Yep, Green Bay football. And this is going to be Packer football. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. He's got room at the 30, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers flush to his right. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To throw, it's Rodgers. A quick throw, but incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Hits his favorite target again. It's Dobbs. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance of the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Here's Tariq Woolen bringing it out of his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either, but boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense, guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Rodgers now on first down. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Rodgers now to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Rivers. He's got his tight end Fan. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Straight ahead, Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Rivers here to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw, Rodgers. Pass complete, Tunyon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Rodgers to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw is Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 26. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Go to 50. Look again. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. He's gonna go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So the victory here for Seattle, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're